All right, y'all. It's your boy Joe's, Men of a Certain Age. We back again for another week. It's Friday, y'all. And we're going to give y'all episode 10. Now, right now, it's Give It To 'Em Friday. What we mean by that is it's a whole lot of bullshit that we experience as men of a certain age or that we see on a day-to-day, and we hold it in until Friday. We don't get to chop it up and talk about it with each other until Friday. So this episode is all about male pattern baldness, something that's dear to all of us as black men. Nobody want to lose their fade or not be able to brush their waves down. So it's definitely something that we all struggle with. So this week we're going to talk about fake hair and give you a little bit of clips that we see about funny hair videos or stuff that go on that people talk about that's real funny and give you something to chuckle and take you in the next week with. Right now I'm going to start with my video, y'all. It's something that I really think everybody need to see because your boy is a craftsman. So we get to talk about all of the salons and all of the beauty shops that do so much with taking somebody who don't have no hair and making it look like they got a lot. Wait till you get a load of this. Before I go, I want to make sure I give a shout out to my boy P Double. Make sure I acknowledge my controller, Les, the conductor, Polo Les, and we're going to get y'all right into the video. Check
your ass up and peep this technique. Now, I done seen some precise edge ups in my day, but the moment a motherfucker break out a protractor, something different happening. Homie doing advanced geometry on his haircut. Homie cut hair to pay for his degree in quantum physics. Did he just A squared plus B squared equals C squared his fade? Motherfuckers swore up and down they never used math outside of school, and that's why they hairline pushed back now. Homie got an edge up by a beautiful mind. You know he gonna be acting different with this quadratic formula edge up. I ain't never had to study for a haircut before.
Yeah, man, that video is outrageous, man. I'm just going to say it off the top. It is totally outrageous. And all of us being men of a certain age, we understand what going through losing your hair is. And I'm going to speak from my own personal experience. There's one or two things that you can do about it. You can either accept it and say it is what it is, or you can try to use some cosmetic hair treatments. You have somebody sew some hair on your head or super glue some hair to your dome piece.
Oh shit! Like a mother. Yeah. Hey, we in the drive.
What's up, Fully? Some good shit. Yeah.
Make shit play. Make it bang. Come on.
Yeah. What you say? Where we at?
We in the drive. Like a motherfucker. Let it bang, bang, nigga. Bang, bang, bang. We in the drive.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, then.
Come on, man. We in the drive.
Now, just for the record, I checked with my girl. It's all natural and it don't mess up their scalp. It ain't no shit that'll fuck them up. It ain't super glue. I said the same thing. Like, I'm not having nobody glue no shit down to my hair, but for the chicks, they got some shit that's actually good for their scalp and that come up easy. So that's what it looked like he used.
So again, let me just speak for myself. I started balding as an early young man. And at that point in time, man, I wasn't ready to cut it all off. I had a little bit of vein in myself, you know what I mean? And speaking for me again, my bald spot was in the back of my dome. So when I look in the mirror in the morning, I don't see it. So it's I know it's there, but I don't see it. So it's like, all right, I'm all right. But I had to just come to grips and say, you know what, man? I got to take it off. Just take it off. Not Mariah Carey, shake it off, but take it off. You know what I mean? I had to take it off, man. I didn't want to, but at the end of the day, man, I didn't want to walk around looking like George Jefferson.
Get down.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotta go home.
And at the end of the day,
stars go.
And at the end of the day, man, I'm not the type of dude that's gonna go into the salon or the barbershop and have to sit up in the chair for an hour, 45 minutes to have them do my hair. And then when I go out, I got to worry about my head. If it's raining or if my girl want to rub her hands through my waves.
Boy, man.
I got to knock her head away. Don't do that.
Yes.
That's just a bit much, but I'm gonna turn it over to you after this, P. I know how real it is because you look at a dude, LeBron James.
Wow.
Just goes to show how real it is when you start losing your hair. This man is one of the most powerful men on the planet, and he cannot let it go.
A lot of thinning at that topmost photo. Pretty impressive, yeah. And then as it's going further, I guess as time goes by,
Then the scalp would look different, would look darkened. Here,
No.
He cannot let it go, man. So that just goes to show how
Vanity is in all of us.
how painful it is for a boy or a man to lose their hair. How you
Right.
feel, Pete?
Amen.
I feel like it's a struggle. I've always had waves, wave cat, brush my joint down, you know what I'm saying? Nice lined up fade or whatever. But the older I got, the more it started to get thin. And actually in the same area you talking about, Fro, in the back area. And I didn't realize it until my son was like, Dad, what's going on with the back of your dome, man? Miles is like, yo, man, what's going on with the back? Because he got all his, so he good. Yo, man, what's going on with the back of your joint, man? So I didn't know, like you. I had to look in the mirror. I'm like, yo.
What you talking about?
I'm a little thin back here.
It's happening to me too.
So the older I got, the more it started getting thinner. I persuaded myself, that's just my swirl. That little swirl right there to go to my waves. It's a little,
wave pattern.
B.
Your
Nah.
wave pattern.
Nah, that ain't no pattern. You know what I'm
The
saying?
pattern's spreading.
That's some roof. That little, you catching a little air back there.
It's a solar system and shit. That shit like,
come on, man.
yeah.
But everything else was nice and wavy.
Right.
It was like it's an imbalance. So I decided, I'm like, yo, I gotta balance this off. And the only way to balance it off was to take it off. Take it even all the way around. You know what I'm saying? And
Told him to give you a Doc Rivers.
Let's get to it. Come on, Doc Rivers, man. Now it's time for you to let this haircut go, bro.
come on, man.
Let it be what it's gonna be.
Give me the doc, man. Just shave it all off even, and whatever's there, line me up. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
it.
And if it ain't there, shave that off too. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But luckily, I'm able to still get a hairline, and just have everything else gone. You know what I'm saying? I had to even out what I had. You know what I'm saying? What I got. I had to use what I had to get to where I was going. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But like you said about Bron, it could be vain also. It could be like he likes his hair, but he really don't have none in that, you know what I'm saying, in that area. And we can all see it when he bend his head down.
Brian need this video.
Yeah, he need to just come on home, bro. Come on
Yeah,
home,
he-
man.
You know
he
it
need
too.
the video we played with the dude with the
Come on
dude to
home.
lace him.
Come on.
He
now.
know it.
Go ahead, bro.
So LBJ, I'm gonna give it to you, B. And the reason why I'm gonna give it to you, you know you balding because you only rub this part of your head. You don't never get to your head, my dude. When y'all watch Bron in the playoffs, when he rub his head, he rubbing from his forehead to the start of his ears.
Right.
He ain't going past his hair, doing his ears, doing no rubbing.
Yo, my boy Slick Nick came through and gave me one of those grade A cuts. Ooh-wee! Cause I was looking.
Because if he do, once he
Drawing
rub
no
that
attention.
off there, it's gone. That Beijing or whatever he got back there is gone. He ain't rubbing no further than right here, doggy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my word.
And they say Genuine be putting that Beijing in his hair too. And after all them dance moves and all that sweat, and the Beijing start dripping
Yeah,
down
it's a
your
lot of
grill,
boys. We gonna go through it.
come on, man. He be looking like the zebra out there. His whole life has changed. You know what I'm saying? He be doing all them dances.
Speaking of our seeds, I can remember my son was a younger guy, and we watching TV, and he saw somebody on TV. He's like, Dad, that dude's hair is black. This was before he knew of Beijing. And I tried to tell him, I was like, son, no one's hair is that black.
It's
So
that
when you see somebody's hair that black, they've got Beijing in their dome.
No
So
doubt.
ever since then, anytime he sees somebody, oh, he got Beijing in his from here on out, man. But yeah, man, I don't know. If I had hair and I was gray, I would play my gray. I don't think I would go the Beijing route. What about you, P? I know what you gonna say, Josie, because you the gray beard already, so you ain't playing.
The ladies love the salt and pepper, fam.
My vanity is crazy. I can't do it.
To my knowledge, the ladies love the salt and pepper.
Exactly.
And go ahead and be who you're gonna be. Just be you.
If you don't think that Frankie Beverly is motherfucking acknowledging his gray and going with it, and you gonna do something different, you tripping.
Yeah.
Because everybody mama, everybody auntie, everybody who in that vein who know of Frankie Beverly think he one of them dudes on this planet.
That's a fact.
No doubt. No doubt.
Just saying.
So what about you, Josie? What would you do?
Nah, I'm with you, bro. Before I what?
Also, Frankie B is bald.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
So he got the gray beard.
Got the gray beard.
He acknowledged, he accepted, and he cut it off.
No doubt.
That's all I'm saying, gentlemen. You don't need that. We love you as you are.
As Chuck Num coined it years ago, you got to come on home, man.
Come on home, man.
You got to come on home, man.
Yeah, it's okay, man.
At some point, you got to come on home, man.
Most women like it if you just go ahead and shave it off instead of having pieces of a dream over here and pieces of a concept over here, something back here. You got it lined up and you just put your hat over it and look like you got something going on in the.
Why the fuck, bro? Just shave it all off. Take the hat off and shave it
back. You hat fishing, fam.
My biggest question is, how much do that cost? Because we all know about the infamous Jalen Rose telling people, if you ain't paying your barber or ball, then you ain't doing something. So all of that them dudes is doing today, that's got to be at least a deuce. Got to be at least a deuce. And then how long does it last? Because
I was just saying that to Josie. How long does it last? He said a couple months. It might last.
You get a shave at the barbershop
on, it look like
the next day your whiskers is going, depending on how your hair grow. You know what I'm saying? So how long does that therapy work and last?
You got the Oriental rug glued to your dome. You got it lined all up. The rest of your hair start growing with it. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna happen, Josie? Come on, tell them about it, man. Tell me about it.
Man, for me, like I said, I gotta emulate the greats. I'm going with my baldy and my goatee.
No doubt.
And it's starting to happen, so I'll be there soon. I'm embracing it, and it is what it is.
What do you think women think, though? Because they get hair weave, they get glue, they get this, that, and the third. How would they feel we did it? Will we be considered beta instead of alpha because we got something glued to our grill? You know what I mean?
The better question is this: what if you found out your man's is on
That's
this?
what I'm saying. Oh, one of your mans in them.
Right. What if you found out your man's this cat usually got 360 spinning? Come to find out he had the joint for 3 hours getting it weaved into his dome. How you gonna feel about that?
Wow. We will have to have an intervention, fam.
Like I said, if it was the glue in and it was good for my scalp, and it was financially feasible, if I still wanted to keep my young hot thing going, I would have to bow down and pay for it. Pay like I weigh.
Yeah, we would have to have an intervention for you too, fam.
That's what happened. We had to talk about that.
We're gonna have to start calling you RoboCop because you sit in the chair, you look like RoboCop by the head.
My name is Adrian the Barber. I've been doing the man weaves for about 3 years now, and I've been cutting hair for a total of 10 years.
Then you come out the chair, you look like a whole different person. Manny Faces. You know what I'm saying? It's like you went in looking one way.
When a unit starts to really look good is when you start to edge it up. Unit, that's always my goal. But you know, depending on people's balding patterns, sometimes you may need some to make it look more realistic.
You came out looking like a whole different person. You know what I'm saying?
And Josie, your hair color, they can't find no rug to match that, man. Where they gonna get the hair color from?
I don't know.
Man, come back in, please, man. You ain't gonna
Listen, I mean, my beard gonna have to change too.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna let it be known. I've been fucking with you for a long time, since the 80s, my dude. Since the late 80s. All right. If you turn the corner with a rug on your head, I'm not man. I'm sorry. I got to turn my back to you. I got to hit you with a motherfucking mafia term. Now I got to turn my back. I got to turn my back to you, yo.
That's crazy.
Like Paul hit your man Henry when Henry came to see Paulie, and Paulie hit him big wad of money and shit. He was cooking a sausage. He gave Henry the big wad of money. He said, "Now I got to turn my back on.
Take this.
Now I gotta turn my back.
You come around the corner with a rug on your head, I gotta turn my back on you, B.
What would the wisdom think, Josie, if you got the joint on you? What would your girl think if you got the rug on your dome, fam?
She liked that shit too. She was the one who said, "Yo, that look like that shit that's good for your scalp."
Hold up, pause, time out. Listen, family, far be it for me to get into family business, but y'all don't discuss that, yo. Don't discuss you getting a rug on your head. Let's not.
I let her see the video too, because I was amazed. Again, that man is an artist. You got
subscribe,
give respect where respect's due,
and share. Subscribe, share, comment. Hey,
definitely subscribe, share, and comment. Tell me what you think. What your girl would say.
Men of a certain age only discuss certain things amongst each other. Don't you bring that to your wife no more, bruh.
Man, listen.
You discuss that with us.
Man, listen.
Don't ever do it again.
The conversation you should have with her.
So
all I know is our friendship don't mean shit if you come around the corner like that, because I got to turn my back on you, B. Fuck out of here.
Not speaking to you no more. You fucked it up.
Fuck out of here. That's what that is.
Terrible. That's terrible.
Man.
No doubt. I got something I want to get off my chest too. I want to give it to him Friday.
Right.
Here in Buffalo. Go ahead, I don't know about around the country, but here in Buffalo, we've had Kias constantly stolen. It's like a trend, because you can easily steal a Kia with it's like a cord you can use, like an auxiliary cord or some type of cord from an iPhone. And within the last few months, 400 Kias and Honda Sonatas have been stolen. Even my aunt's car was taken by kids.
To that, I saw that on the news, what you were talking about.
It's a trend on TikTok, a how-to on stealing Kias and Hyundais.
They started with a charger piece, like this.
We told you about the so-called Kia boys last week. Use a USB cable, usually taken right from the car itself.
Do not leave your USB port visible inside of your cars.
She had they busted out her back window, and she caught them before they could take the car. But still, it's an inconvenience. Your window busted out. You know what I'm saying? 400 Kias, fam, have been stolen within the last few months. And kids are taking them who don't really know how to drive for real. And then they end up in accidents, hurting themselves or hurting someone else. You know what I'm saying? And then when the police get involved, because they're minors, there's really not too much that can be done. You know what I mean? So don't steal anyone's car. Don't be out here stealing cars, man. It's just, and then they out here stealing these cars and they flipping them over. I'm coming home from work one day, Kia fly by me and run into a wall. The kids just jump out running. I'm like, this really happening. This ain't just the news. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the news. This is happening right in front of my face. I just wanted to get that off my chest, man. If you talk to your kids, man, let them know. I know there's challenges. I know they're young and they're trying to find their way. But stealing cars, you can get yourself hurt. You can hurt someone else. You can hurt an innocent bystander by just not knowing what you're doing while driving. There's a few kids who died on the 198 because they crashed into that. You know how that joint turned? Hit that wall. It was a car flipped over in front of Bennett High School. Kia, talk to your children, man. Make sure they ain't out here doing stupid challenges, stealing cars, man, just for joyride purposes, man. I had to get that off my chest, man.
That's real shit. That's real shit, man.
No doubt.
And I seen that. I actually saw that on the world news about those keys and how they peeling those wheels. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they putting in USB cord.
USB cord, exactly. Ain't that, obviously, it ain't that hard. All
right, y'all. Men of a certain age, we definitely have gotten this shit off our chests. Got enough energy to go and be productive in the world. We're going to definitely give this positive vibes only. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, and share. Make sure you tell all your friends. The more subscribers we get, the more people get abreast of this information. And I'm definitely feeling like we all need a breather every week.
No doubt.
Check for us next Friday. Make sure you hit us up and let us know how you think we're doing. Make sure you comment and let us know if there's a topic you want us to talk about or something you want to get off your chest. Shout out to everybody who's watching thus far, who subscribed and supported us. And again, as long as the love and the trust is there, we're going to grow.
DJ say forever, y'all. Peace and love.
Peace.